While Muslims in West are forcing Islam upon us, they are treating us like we live under the Islamic State, and our idiot politicians are simply coming alongside of them and supporting their dirty and disgusting ideology. Versus in Saudi Arabia, headquarters of Islam, rejecting Islam. They don't want to do anything with Islam. In 2021, Crown Prince of Saudi expressed that they are rejecting the customs of Muhammad. They are going to get rid of the hadiths and they are going to keep only approximate 100 hadith. They will keep only mutawatir hadith. And now, Crown Prince of Saudi is simply expressing, well, we want moderate Islam. There is no moderate Islam. There is only one Islam. You follow the Quran, you follow the teachings of Muhammad, and you live your life accordingly. And he doesn't want to do that. Why? Because he knows Islam is very dangerous and Islam have no place in our society. Therefore, now he's introducing this so-called moderate Islam, which is not Islam at all. Therefore, he's simply rejecting Islam. Let's listen what he's saying.
We only want to go back to what we were, the moderate Islam that is open to the world, open to all the religions. %70 of the Saudi people are less than 30 years old, and quite frankly, we will not waste 30 years of our lives in dealing with extremist ideas. We will destroy them today. We want to live a normal life, a life that translates our moderate religion, our good customs. We coexist and live with the world and contribute to the development of our country and the world. This is something that there are steps that we have taken in the past that are clear. I believe that we will eradicate the rest of extremism very soon. We only want to go back to the moderate Islam that is open to the world, open to all the religions.
To go to the Islam that is open to all religions? No, that was never the case. In the time of Muhammad, Allah failed to order Muhammad to live with Jews and Christians and pagans happily after. That was never the case. Muhammad is known as the man who is best genocider. What did he do? The moment he had power, he murdered Jewish people. The moment he had power, he committed genocide among Jewish people. What did he do to pagans and their gods? There was no place in the time of Muhammad for Islam to live alongside of other religions. That was never the case. Crown Prince of Saudi wants something which Islam itself doesn't offer. Islam doesn't offer Muslims to live happily after with people who are not Muslim. I hope you picked up. People are clapping for it. Why? Because people fed up with Islam, they don't want Islam. They fed up with Islam. They really don't want Islam. Therefore, let's clap and get rid of this bad ideology.
And quite frankly, we will not waste 30 years of our lives in dealing with extremist ideas. We will destroy them today.
He doesn't want to deal with extremist ideologies. It was Saudi Arabia who was practicing Wahhabism and promoting Wahhabism. And now they see that teachings of Muhammad is dangerous to humanity, brings violence to the world, brings division and destructions. Therefore, he doesn't want that extremism. He doesn't want terrorists. Yet, Islam is the one that gives birth to terrorism. Remember, God of Islam, Allah, and his angels wants to cause terror in the hearts of disbelievers. He doesn't want this ideology. He doesn't want the ideology that terrorism rules and reigns. And that's simply the ideology of Islam. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, Hamas, Hezbollah, they are all born out of Islam. And Saudi is rejecting that? Good. Saudi doesn't want to do anything with Islam. Saudi is very much aware Islam is very dangerous ideology. That Islam, Muhammad's Islam, has no place in 21st century. Therefore, he doesn't want to deal with this extremism, so-called extremism, which is actually real Islam. He doesn't want to deal with terrorists. They warned us. They said, oh, terrorists starts coming to your part. Terrorists starts coming to Europe. Watch out. Yet we failed to watch out. So now we live among the terrorists. Saudi doesn't want their ideology. Such Islamic ideologies, today they call it extremist ideologies, were inspired and influenced by the Saudis' teaching on Islam. Now, Saudi thinks, yep, those ideologies are bringing danger to the world. We don't want it. We don't want it. And see, again, Muslims are clapping after this statement. Why? Muslims don't want Islam. They don't want Muhammad's Islam. They don't want Islam that is full violence, and they don't want God and angels and prophets of Islam who causes terror in the hearts of disbelievers. They are simply rejecting it. That's very good sign.
We want to live a normal life, a life that translates our moderate religion, our good customs. We coexist and live with the world and contribute to the development of our country and the world. This is something that there are steps that we have taken in the past that are clear. I believe that we will eradicate the rest of extremism very soon.
He wants normal life. He knows Islam doesn't offer normal life. It is not normal when husband beats the wife. It is not normal when husband forces himself to wife. It is not normal when children who are not bleeding yet are being married off. It is not normal when woman is being taken out from education. It is not normal when woman is being told to stay at home. It is not normal when human beings are being treated as slaves. It is not normal when people who do not share your ideology, that they should be murdered. It is not normal when someone says, I don't want this anymore. I want to walk out from this ideology. They should be hunted down and murdered. He knows these things are not normal. He knows Islam is not for normal human beings. Islam is for people who has no brains or who left their brains in freezer. Islam is for people who cannot think. Islam is for people who simply wants to subjugate the world. Islam is for people who wants to force themselves into the world. And Crown Prince of Saudi knows that is not normal, and he doesn't want that. He simply doesn't want Muhammad's Islam. He simply doesn't want what Muhammad preached in 7th century to come to 21st century. While, as the headquarter of Islam, he is rejecting Muhammad's Islam. He is rejecting real Islam, and he is seeking answers for outside. Then what is wrong with Western Muslims that they are pushing Muhammad's Islam upon us? So what is wrong with our politicians? What is wrong with West? Muslims in West are forcing Islam upon us, which headquarter of Islam is rejecting. Muslims in West are forcing upon us 7th century ideology, which has no place in our society. Yet they are trying to spread this ideology like cancer that doesn't stop. What is wrong with our politicians? They want to take us back to 7th century. What is wrong with our politicians? They're acting like idiots and coming alongside of those terrorists whom were born out of Islam, who are influenced by Islam. Something doesn't look right. Hope our politicians will see what Saudi is rejecting. Hope Western Muslims will see what is Saudi is rejecting. And they will all completely together walk out of Islam once for all. And when there is no Islam, that will be the beginning of the first baby steps for peace to step in. Of course, because we know peace on earth can only happen when men and women have peace with God Himself. And the God we worship is identified as the Prince of Peace. Dear Muslims, clearly seems what the headquarters of Islam is telling us, that you are hungry for peace. Clearly seems that you are hungry to live like normal human beings. Take the baby steps and get out of that false ideology and turn to Lord Jesus Christ.